Hey everyone, welcome back to the English Cafe. I'm Michael.
And I'm Sophia. Good to be here again.
Sophia, I'm not gonna lie, you look exhausted today. Everything okay?
I'm okay. Just a long day at work. You know those days when everything hits at once, emails, deadlines, your boss asking for updates every hour?
Yeah, that sounds exactly like the life I didn't want. That's one of the reasons I moved away from jobs.
Really? Because honestly, I complain sometimes, but I still like having a job. There's a certain comfort in knowing your routine, your salary, your responsibilities.
I get that, but for me, routine started feeling like a trap. I didn't want my life to be controlled by a fixed schedule or someone else's decisions.
Or maybe it's just structure, not a trap. See, not everyone wants uncertainty. Some people prefer stability over risk.
True, but that uncertainty you're talking about, that's where growth happens. In business, every risk you take teaches you something new.
And every risk can also cost you something: time, money, peace of mind. It's not always a win.
That's fair, but let me ask you something. Would you rather build your own dream slowly or help build someone else's dream safely?
And I'll ask you this: is freedom really worth it if it comes with constant pressure?
Wow, okay. I think we just found today's topic without even planning it.
Exactly. So let's make it official. Business versus job.
I'm taking the business side.
And I'm standing for jobs.
Now here's the thing. As you listen to this conversation, don't just focus on the debate, focus on the English. Notice how we express opinions, how we agree, how we disagree.
Because this is not just a podcast, it's your space to learn real, natural English the way people actually speak.
And one more thing, stay till the end. We're not just sharing opinions, we're sharing real-life perspectives that might actually change the way you think.
And if you're serious about improving your English with conversations like this, go ahead and subscribe to the English Cafe.
All right, let's get into it. Business versus job. All right, let's go a little deeper. Sophia, you keep talking about stability, but don't you think too much stability can actually hold people back?
I wouldn't say hold back. I'd say it gives people a foundation. Not everyone wants to wake up every day worrying about money.
But that worry can push you to do better. In business, when there's no guaranteed income, you become more creative, more active.
Or more stressed. Let's be real here. Not everyone performs well under pressure.
Okay, that's fair, but pressure also builds resilience.
Good word. Guys, notice that. Resilience. It means the ability to stay strong even in difficult situations.
Exactly. And business teaches you that. You fall, you learn, you get back up.
But in a job, you don't have to fall that hard in the first place. There's guidance, there's a system, there are people to support you.
Support is good, but too much support can make you dependent.
Or it can make you consistent.
Consistency is good, but growth needs risk.
And risk needs preparation.
Let me ask you this. If someone has big dreams, do you really think a job is enough?
It depends on the dream. Not every dream is about money or business. Some people just want a peaceful, balanced life.
But deep down, don't you think everyone wants more freedom?
Yes, but freedom looks different for everyone. For some, freedom is flexible time. For others, it's a stable routine.
That's interesting. I never thought about it that way.
And that's important for English learners too. The way you express your thoughts matters. For example, I said, freedom looks different for everyone. This is a natural way to show different perspectives.
That's actually a great sentence. Try using it in your daily conversations, guys.
Now, let me challenge you. What about failure? What if someone invests everything in a business and loses it?
Then they learn something no job can teach them.
Or they lose confidence.
Only if they give up.
That's easy to say, but not easy to live.
True, but success isn't easy either.
Exactly. That's why I believe a job is a smarter starting point.
So you're saying people should avoid business in the beginning?
No, I'm saying they should build skills first. Learn, earn, save, and then take the risk.
That actually makes sense.
See? I'm not against business. I just think timing matters.
And I'm not against jobs, I just think people shouldn't stay there forever.
So maybe the real question is not job versus business.
It's when to choose what.
Exactly.
Guys, notice how this conversation is flowing. This is how real English works. We're not using difficult words all the time, but we're expressing clear ideas.
So don't try to be perfect. Try to be natural.
And keep listening carefully, because the more you listen, the more you start thinking in English.
And once you start thinking in English, speaking becomes easier.
All right, Sophia. I still think business has more potential.
And I still believe a job gives a better starting point.
Looks like we're not agreeing anytime soon.
Yeah, not today.
All right, let's take this to another level. Sophia, what about passion? Do you really think a job allows people to follow their passion?
It can, but not always. Sometimes people take jobs just to survive, not because they love them. But at the same time, a job can also support your passion financially.
But isn't that the problem? You work all day for money and then you try to find time for your passion later. In business, your passion can become your work.
That sounds ideal, but not realistic for everyone. Turning passion into income is not easy.
True, it's not easy, but it's possible.
And that's where people get confused. Possible doesn't mean guaranteed.
Good point. Guys, notice that. Possible versus guaranteed. Possible means it can happen. Guaranteed means it will happen for sure. Let's talk about society. Don't you think people are pushed more towards jobs because society sees jobs as safe?
Absolutely. From childhood, we're told, study hard, get a good job, settle down.
Exactly. No one says, take risks, start something, fail, learn.
Because parents want security for their children.
But that mindset can limit innovation.
Or it can create stability in society.
That's an interesting way to look at it.
And again, for English learners, notice how we're expressing different opinions politely. We're not fighting, we're discussing. Let's go deeper. What about long-term growth?
Business has exponential growth potential.
Explain that.
Exponential means growth that increases very fast over time, not slowly.
Okay, but jobs also have growth. Promotions, experience, better opportunities.
Yes, but that growth is usually linear.
And what does linear mean?
It means slow and steady growth, step by step.
So basically, business can grow fast, jobs grow slowly.
Exactly. Let me ask you something real. Do you think jobs are future-proof?
Not all jobs. Technology is changing everything.
Exactly. AI, automation, many jobs might disappear.
That's true, so people need to upgrade their skills.
But in business, you adapt faster because you're directly involved.
Or you struggle more because everything depends on you.
That's also true.
Guys, notice that adapt. It means to change yourself according to a situation. Let's talk about personality. Not everyone is made for business.
What do you mean?
Some people are not comfortable taking risks, making big decisions, or handling uncertainty.
So you're saying personality matters more than opportunity?
Yes, if your mindset doesn't match the path, you'll struggle.
That actually makes sense.
And the same goes for jobs. Some people don't like taking orders or working under someone.
Exactly. That's me. Let's talk about independence. Business gives you independence.
Or responsibility.
Independence means freedom to make your own decisions.
And responsibility means you deal with the consequences of those decisions.
So basically, more freedom, more responsibility.
Exactly. Let me ask you one last thing. If someone is just starting their career, what would you suggest?
Honestly, start something small. Even if you have a job, try a side business.
That's actually a balanced approach.
Yeah, because it reduces risk and builds experience.
And for English learners, notice this phrase, side business. It means a small business you do along with your main job.
Try using it in your own sentences. So maybe the answer is not choosing one over the other.
But understanding when to choose what and how to balance both.
Yeah, that actually sounds more practical.
And more realistic.
All right. I think we covered a lot today. Business, job, risk, stability, and honestly, both sides have strong points.
Yeah, and I think that's the real takeaway. It's not about which one is better overall, it's about which one fits your personality and your situation.
Exactly. Some people are built for risk, some people are built for stability, and both are completely fine.
And if you noticed during this conversation, we didn't just debate, we also explained words, meanings, and real-life usage of English.
That's the goal of the English Cafe. Not just entertainment, but helping you learn real, natural English through conversations.
So don't just watch, try to listen carefully, repeat the sentences, and use them in your daily life. That's how you improve faster.
And if you found this useful, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next episode.
Because every episode, we bring real topics, real opinions, and real English practice.
All right. We'll see you in the next one.
Take care, everyone.